In February, Wall Street punished IBM. The stock fell 13% in a single day, its worst day since the year 2000. The reason? Anthropic announced that Claude can now do one of IBM's most profitable services, modernizing old COBOL code. By the end of February, IBM had lost more than a quarter of its market value. Then, IBM did something nobody saw coming. They announced they're tripling entry-level hiring in 2026 for software developers and every other job AI is supposed to replace. Every other AI winner is cutting junior hires. Anthropic's own product chief says they rarely hire fresh grads. Google, Meta, Microsoft, entry-level programs flat or quietly shrinking. IBM, the company Wall Street just wrote off for being too exposed to AI, is hiring 3 times as many new graduates as last year. Here's why that bet might be the smartest one of the decade. And if you're graduating this year, here's exactly what to do about it. Let's start with the damage. Goldman Sachs, April 6th. Economist Elsie Penn published a note showing AI is erasing about 16,000 net US jobs every month, 25,000 displaced, 9,000 augmented back, 16,000 gone, net, every month. And Gen Z is taking the hit hardest. Now watch what that does to new graduates. The New York Federal Reserve, fourth quarter 2025, recent graduate unemployment hit 5.7%, higher than the national rate of 4.2. Read that again. Recent grads have worse unemployment than the average American worker. A college degree used to be insurance. It isn't anymore. Underemployment, the share of grads working jobs that don't require a degree, is at 42.5%, highest since 2020. Indeed, hiring lab, tech job postings are down 36% from pre-pandemic levels. Not shrinking, collapsed. Stanford's 2026 AI Index, published earlier this month. Young software developers, ages 22 to 25, down 20% from their 2022 peak. An entire cohort, gone. And here's the part that breaks the bargain. Fortune, and indeed, April 3rd. The share of entry-level job postings requiring 5 or more years of experience jumped from 37% to 42%. Let that sink in. Almost half of entry-level jobs now require half a decade of experience to do entry-level work. The bottom rung isn't just missing. It's been replaced with a locked door. So why are juniors taking the hit and not the senior people earning far more? Anthropic answered that question with their own data. Last month, they published something called the Economic Index, learning curves. They looked at millions of real Claude conversations, and they ranked every occupation by how much of its actual work AI is doing right now. Number 1, by a wide margin, computer programmers at about 75% task coverage. Customer service reps, second, at 70%. 75% of a programmer's job, inside Anthropic's own product logs. Now think about what a junior programmer actually does. Write boilerplate, fix bugs a senior engineer points out, translate clear specs into code. These are codifiable tasks. Tasks you can describe in words clearly enough for a model to execute. Senior work, judgment, architecture, relationships, reading the room, that's tacit. It doesn't fit in a prompt. So AI eats the codifiable bottom and leaves the tacit top alone. That's why AI came for juniors first. Not because juniors are less smart, because their work was more describable. And this is where the trap snaps shut. AI does the codifiable entry-level work. You need experience to get a senior job. And the only way to get experience used to be the codifiable entry-level work. The latter doesn't have a bottom rung anymore. Anthropic's own chief product officer said it out loud. Here's him, roughly quoted from a recent podcast. We haven't had a summer internship program, so we've tended less to hire fresh college grads. The company most bullish on AI, explaining that AI is why they don't hire new graduates. No internships, no junior hires, experience creep everywhere. And then IBM. February 12, 2026, Charter's Leading with AI Summit, New York City, IBM's Chief Human Resources Officer, Nickle LaMoreaux, walks on stage. Context matters here. IBM is bleeding. Anthropic just showed they can eat IBM's mainframe services business. The stock is about to fall 13% in a single session. And LaMoreaux says this, direct quote, "We are tripling our entry-level hiring, and yes, that is for software developers and all these jobs we're being told AI can do." Read that again. For all these jobs we're being told AI can do. She went further, quote, "The companies 3 to 5 years from now that are going to be the most successful are those companies that doubled down on entry-level hiring in this environment." Let me translate what IBM actually sees, because this isn't charity. 1. AI makes junior work faster, not worthless. A new graduate paired with Claude ships more code, investigates more tickets, delivers more output per hour than one working alone. IBM doesn't need fewer juniors, it needs more, because each one now goes further. The math inverts. 2. Senior engineers come from somewhere. You can't hire senior talent in 3 years if you hired 0 juniors this year. Everyone cutting juniors is borrowing from their own future pipeline. 3. The talent is cheap right now. Grad unemployment is at multi-year highs. IBM is picking up the best of a cohort everyone else abandoned. And this isn't faith. IBM has been running this play for years. Their new-collar apprenticeship program has placed over 1,000 people, many of them without 4-year degrees. Over 90% transition into full-time roles. The infrastructure already exists. They're not guessing. They're scaling. The company Wall Street just wrote off for being too AI exposed is the one betting hardest on the people AI is supposed to replace. That's either the stupidest call of the decade or the smartest. Now here's what most career advice gets wrong. It's not just IBM. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, January. Healthcare added 82,000 jobs in a single month. 63% of all U.S. job creation that month. Ambulatory care, 50,000. Hospitals, 18,000. Nursing and residential, 13,000. Registered nurses start in the $70,000 range and scale past 108,000 by the 75th percentile. In a recent survey, more than 3/4 of Bachelor of Science in Nursing graduates had job offers before they even walked across the stage. Defense is hiring too. Northrop Grumman is expanding B-21 bomber production with $4.5 billion in new federal funding. 5,000 open roles company-wide. See the pattern. Pressured industries, healthcare facing shortages, defense under geopolitical load, IBM under AI attack are hiring juniors. Comfortable, AI-rich tech companies are cutting them. If someone tells you no one is hiring entry-level, they're wrong. What's true is tech you've heard of isn't hiring entry-level. The door is open, just not where everyone else is knocking. So, if you're a new graduate right now, or 2 years in staring at experience creep job posts, here are 3 moves that actually work. Move 1. Pair with AI in public. The argument against hiring juniors is that AI can do junior work. The counter is to prove you do multiplied work, you plus AI. Ship something, a side build, a small tool, show it on GitHub, on LinkedIn, in the first line of your cover letter. Not, I know AI tools. Here is what I built with them. Move 2. Apply to the pressured companies, not the comfortable ones. Top-tier AI companies like NVIDIA reportedly see tens of thousands of applicants for a handful of entry-level seats. Google, Meta, same story. IBM, healthcare systems, defense primes, the applicant pool is a fraction of the size. Your odds are dramatically better. Follow the hiring, not the logo. Move 3. Apprenticeships beat entry-level postings. If an entry-level job requires 5 years of experience, that job isn't for you. It's bait. Apprenticeship programs, rotational programs, new grad cohorts. These are the only roles actually designed for zero experience. Look for the words apprenticeship or rotational. Here's my call for the 3rd quarter of this year. The companies that cut junior hiring hardest in 2025, the Blocks, the Accentures, the consulting firms, will quietly start rehiring. You won't see headlines. You'll see postings reappear. Because you can't build a senior bench on nothing. Either way, the tripling is real. And if you're graduating this year, IBM is, right now, one of the few doors in tech that's actually open. If the data in this video changed how you're thinking about your next move, hit subscribe. This is part 5 of the AI and Work series on this channel. Parts 1 through 4 are in the description. Next video, we're going after the other half of this story. $500 billion has been poured into AI infrastructure this year, and half of the planned data centers have already been cancelled. Somebody is lying. And next week, we find out who. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the comments.